and welcome back to another episode of Yoga Flow. Today for class we're going to kind of do a second part to what we did last week. So last week we were incorporating blocks, and again we are going to do that as well this week. You don't necessarily need blocks for class, but again, like I mentioned last week, I'm limited on the poses I can do, so I'm trying to incorporate more equipment into class. So if you don't have blocks, not a big deal. If you have them, you are going to need 2 blocks today for class. Again, if you only have 1, you can always modify as needed. But for now, we'll go ahead and just put one off to the side. We're going to start in lying corpse pose, and we're going to place one block on the low level underneath of our head. Oh, gotta make my way down to the ground. Good. So like I said, one block if you have it here today. Starting off in that corpse pose. And the block is just here to provide some extra support. So go ahead, place your hands wherever is comfortable on your body. And just let's get into a relaxed mode here. Whether that's wiggling your toes, swaying side to side, or just lying completely still. Take a moment to empty your mind. Decompress. And be ready for today's class. And as usual, when we breathe, remember to take nice, full, deep breaths through your nose and out through your mouth. Really feel your lungs expand throughout your rib cage. Go, let's do 3 more breath cycles here. Last one, take a nice full deep breath and release. Now nice and easy, go ahead and remove that block from underneath of your head. We're going to raise our left leg nice and tall, and we're going to do cross body with block chops. So arms are going to come up to over our right shoulder. We're going to exhale and cross over our left leg. So as we do this motion, we'll inhale as we bring that block up above our head. Exhale as we twist across our leg. Right leg stays nice and long as we do this. Two more here. Really twist those obliques. Go ahead, slowly drop that left leg, bring your block towards your chest. We'll take 2 deep breaths here. Last one, breathing in. And exhale. Taking a deep breath in, we'll raise our right leg, bring our block to the left shoulder here. Inhale and exhale. Cross across your body, cross that right leg. Try to touch the block to the opposite side, all the way to the floor. Twist your obliques. Remember, nice full deep breaths so that block extends above our head. Exhaling as we twist to the side. 2 more here. Last one, breathing in. And release. Once more, go ahead and lower your right leg. Raise the block towards your chest. We'll take 2 deep breaths here. Last one, breathing in and release. Now from here, you can do this without a block, you can do it with one block or two. I have 2 blocks, so what we're going to do, I want you to bring your knees bent in. Perfect, raise those hips. We're going to slide our blocks underneath of us for a lifted hip bridge. So these blocks here, again, are just to help support. Keep your feet nice and spread on the floor. Keep your core tight. All right, you can go ahead and place your hands wherever is comfortable, whether that's flat on the floor, palms facing up, hand to stomach, both on belly, whichever is comfortable for you here. Good. And this, again, is supposed to help relieve any pressure, so if you're feeling any lower back pain, go ahead and scoot those blocks closer to the bottom of your spine. And then from here, just take a moment, just like in the beginning, some nice deep breaths. Good. Take 2 more deep breaths here for me. Beautiful. Now go ahead and pushing through your heels. I want you to raise your glutes up in the air. Remove those blocks and nicely place them to the side. All right. Now let's go ahead and extend those hands nice and long. Go ahead and place the right leg over left for a little spine twist here. Deep breath in. Exhale, release to a neutral spine. And then nice and easy, bringing that left leg over top of our right. Deep breath in here again. Exhale to a neutral spine. Now from here, go ahead and grab one of your blocks. We're going to go into a modified butterfly pose. So we're going to start with our left leg. So I'm going to place the block on its lowest level. Go ahead and bend those knees. And on our left side, our block is going to be underneath of our knee. So mine's sitting like my upper shin, upper calf. And again, this is just to relieve some pressure. So you'll notice that if you're doing both legs in your butterfly pose, so feet are touching together, we have a diamond shape in between our legs, and it's too much on your right leg, you can always just extend your right leg for modification here. But again, if you're able to, try to do both at the same time. And this is just going to help open up that pelvis, release tension with the block. And then again, go ahead and just place your hands wherever's comfortable. And take a moment to just decompress. Really just let the weight of the block or the weight of your legs rest on the block here. Don't hold any tension in those hips. Good, great job. Let's do 3 more deep breaths here. Last one, big deep breath, breathing in. And release. Nice and easy, go ahead and bring those legs towards the center. We're going to take that block and now switching it over towards our right side, we're going to do the same thing. Modified butterfly pose here. So now our right leg is going to have its knee resting on top of our block. We're going to drop our left knee to the floor so you can kind of see it better with this angle. Then my right knee is slightly elevated here. And again, if this is too much pressure through your pelvis or through those hip flexors, you can always go ahead and bring that knee up and straight, or you can always extend it long, whichever feels good for you here today. And like I said, you can go ahead and just relax. If you are doing this with 2 blocks and you want to keep in butterfly pose the whole time, you always can add your other block and have it modified as well. So just listen to your body. If you have the 2 blocks, feel free to use them. If you don't have any blocks, you can always do this pose as well. Good, and like I said, release any tension that you're holding. Let the weight of your right knee fall on top of that block. Good. We'll do 3 deep breaths here. Last one. And release. Go ahead and nice and easy. Bring those legs up towards the center. Placing the block to the side. Take a deep breath in and bring those knees up towards your chest. Or if you want, you can always modify and go into happy baby. With my big belly, happy baby works a little bit better. And you can take a moment to lay here, or if you want, you can kind of give your back a massage and roll side to side. Just take a moment. Good. All right, go ahead and deep breath in. Exhale, slowly drop those feet to the floor. We're going to take our blocks now. And what we're going to do, if you have 2 blocks, we're going to need those here. We're going to place one block on its medium height underneath of our shoulder blades. And our second block is going to go on its tall height and place it so our head rests on top of our block. So if you only have one block, you can just do it on its medium or short level underneath your head. And again, you'll notice I'm kind of fidgeting. I got to take a moment to find the perfect spot. There. So once you find whatever's comfortable, we're still going to have our knees in that bent position. We'll take a deep breath in, and now I want you to lay with your palms facing upward. So this is just, again, going to kind of give us some support for our spine. Release any energy through your palms. Spread those toes. Feel the awareness underneath your feet. The support that the floor is giving you. And again, take a few deep breaths here. If at any point this feels uncomfortable to you, you can always go ahead and go into a modified corpse pose here. Good. Keep those palms up. Just feel the energy in your palm, releasing. Good. Good. Give me 3 more deep breaths here. Last one, breathing in. And release. Beautiful. Slowly flip your palms back over and push yourself up off of your blocks here. We're going to use those in a second, but for now we're going to place them to the side. And again, we'll go ahead and bring those knees back up into knee to chest, or again into happy baby. Take a moment to just kind of sway side to side, or just feel that nice deep stretch. Give me one final big deep breath. Exhale. Release those feet. Go ahead and push yourself back up. Oh my gosh. All right, so what we're going to need is one block here. We're going to go into a modified pigeon. So we're going to start with our right leg. So go ahead and bring that left leg behind you. We're going to keep our right leg in front of us bent here. And we're actually going to take our block and place it underneath of our right glute. Again, on its shortest height. If you have 2 blocks here, you're going to take your second block and place it at the front of your mat. So when we come down into our pigeon pose, you can rest your forehead on top. And again, you can lay this medium or shortest, medium, or tallest height, whichever you need for modification. We just want to keep our forehead rested. Hands are in like a Sphinx pose. And again, we're going to open up our hips here. And the right block is underneath of our right glute, just for some extra support. Left leg is extended long behind us. Give me 2 deep breaths here. Last one, breathing in and exhale. slowly push yourself up off of the block. We'll repeat on the opposite side here. So I'm going to take the block that I had at my forehead and leave it there. Going to unwind, coming into more of a tabletop position here. Sliding the block to the left side of my mat. Stepping my left leg forward. Again, left leg is going to come into that bent position. I'm going to take the block and have it resting underneath of my left glute here for support. My right leg is extended nice and long behind me. And I'm going to slowly walk myself down so that my forehead rests on the top of my block at the front of my mat. Again, my hands are in Sphinx Pose here. This block here is underneath of my left hip, just for extra support, modification. And again, if you don't have blocks, you can definitely do this pose without them. If you only have one block, you can modify whether you want that under your hip or under your head, whichever feels right for you today. And just take some nice deep breaths here, release any tension you're holding in those hips, really sink into the pose. Good, give me 2 more breaths here. Last one, breathing in and release. Go ahead and again, slowly pushing up out of our pose here. Go ahead and release the blocks. Good. Now we're going to swing our legs back to the front. Go ahead and place one block to the side here. We're going to go back onto our back, so all the way back down. Keeping our knees bent, we're going to go into our windshield position. So dropping our knees to the left side of our mat, we're going to take our block and rest it in between our legs. And again, leaving it here for a little modified windshield here. Let that right leg rest on top of the block. One more deep breath, breathing in and release. Release the block from in between your legs, going back to that neutral spine position. I want you to take your legs and slowly drop them towards the right side of your mat. And just like on our other side, we'll take our block, place it in between our legs here, just as we did before. And again, now we're just going to let that left leg rest on top of the block. Take some deep breaths here. Two more deep breaths. Last one, breathing in and release. To finish off our day, go ahead and bring your legs into a neutral spine. We're going to go into a modified corpse pose once again. This time, if you have 2 blocks, I want you to place them on their medium height, just so that the back of your knees can rest on top here. And again, do some adjustments as needed. We want our heels to hit the floor. And then again, lower back, press firmly against the mat. Place your hands wherever is comfortable for you today. And we'll just take a few moments here to close out our day. Give me 2 more deep breaths here, breathing in and release. Last one here, breathing in and release. Whenever you're ready to come out of your pose, you can grab those blocks and place them to your side. Might take me a second to get up here. Woo. All right, so thank you again for joining me for part 2 of our block series. I hope you enjoyed these modifications to some pretty simple poses, and that I will see you again next week. Thanks.